Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today. This is Cheryl, and I want to welcome each of you to my channel as I plan out my schedule for June 12th through the 18th. And today is Monday, June 12th. So let's get started. My calendar this week is a little bit light. So, what I thought I would do is I'd show you a couple things that I've been working on as far as creating elements to use in my GoodNotes planner. And the first thing I want to do is show you one of the frames I use for photos. And then I'd like to show you how you can create your own elements. And so let's start with bringing in a photo. And for some reason, my Apple Pencil is being a little bit laggy today. So this is a lighthouse from one of our trips in to Hilton Head, South Carolina. It's not really a working lighthouse, it's more of a tourist attraction, but it was fun going up to the top. So I'm going to resize it so that it kind of fits here. And then once I bring in the frame, I'm going to resize them both. So I'm going to open up my folder, and then what I'm going to do, there's probably an easier way to do this, but like everything else, there's more than one way to do something, but I found for me this is the easiest way. So what I want to do is I want to have my folder in split view. So there it is. I have my planner here and I have my file folder here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to find the element that I created. And I did create this in Adobe XD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and it always does that for some reason. So just want to bring it over here, and it is a PNG file. So you can see it has a clear background. So I want to bring it, resize it down. Then I'm going to, since it is a photo element, I can squeeze it, and I think I can make it a little bit there, squishy. I can make it a little there. Is it covering the photo? Maybe not. Make it a little wider. Okay, then what I'm going to do is take my lasso tool. I'm going to lasso both of them, and then I'm going to resize so that it fits nicely here, right in there. And there. Okay, there it is. Then next I want to bring up one of my famous circles and see if I can bring that over there without too much trouble. There. Okay, there, because I want to use one of my phrases, and see if I can go back here, and I'm going to use this one. Let's see if I scroll down. I think it's down here. Probably need to organize this a little bit better, but so far this is working. Okay, so I'm going to use this phrase here. You got this. It's one of those days when you're trying to get things done and nothing seems to be going quite the way you want it to. So there, it fits in there. Could probably make it a little wider. Okay, there it is. It fits in there. And now if I wanted to, I could take my lasso tool and move that around. But we'll see once I get everything done. Okay, I do have an appointment tomorrow. And so let's see, I'm going to search where all my appointments have been. Let's see. Okay, I think I searched this before, so that's why it's partly there. So you can see when you do a search in your GoodNotes, it brings up all the places where you have appointments in your GoodNotes files. So I think there were 30 something places. Okay, so I want to go over to this page here, and I want to circle my appointment. I have my lasso tool selected, and I'm going to copy it and Then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to paste match style, and look at that, it did not bring up the triangle like it did before. Okay, and then I do have a Zoom meeting, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and hopefully I can get this without getting everything else. So I'm get my lasso, and let's grab this, copy it, and I do have that floral element there, and that's okay if it's there. Okay, and so my appointment is tomorrow, well, it makes my Zoom meeting is Wednesday, so we'll put paste and match style. I'm going to have to get rid of the appointment because that is not tomorrow. Okay, and then once I get rid of appointment, then I can resize the floor element, resize Zoom meeting. We'll put this down here. Maybe I can get this up here, resize it, and there we have it. My Zoom meeting tomorrow, my appointment. I'm going to resize this floral element, and I'll just leave it there. Okay, so a couple little tricks that we've done today is we viewed our folder in split view, and you can also do as a slide over. So you can do full screen, split view, or slide over. And so this way you can move it around. Okay. And then I can, there was one other thing I wanted out of here. Okay, I need to get a little more organized. So I'm going to bring this into GoodNotes. See if I can. Okay, and then I want to resize it down so that it fits in this space here. Okay, that's another one of the elements that I created in Adobe XD. Okay, so that looks good there. All right, so I can get rid of this maybe. I'm just gonna see if I can go back there. Okay, now it's gone. Okay, all right. So we got our appointment, we got our Zoom meeting, we got a cute little saying there. We got our element that we created in XD in our photo frame. And now I want to show you using the Shapes tool how you create your own element. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a rectangle. And as long as you hold your pencil down, and it will draw a perfect rectangle. And I do want it filled, so I'm actually going to take my lasso tool, and I turned off the fill option. And so I'm going to go back over to my Shapes tool, and I am going to turn it back on because I do want it to fill with a color. Okay, so I'm going to draw the rectangle, but if you don't, that's what you do. You turn off the fill color in your Shapes tool. So there it is. And then you can, if you want it to be a different color than the last color that you use, you can use your rectangle tool, select it, hold it down, and then the color option comes up, and you can use your color palette, or you can choose a custom color. So the next thing we want to do is we want to use text. Now we can write freehand, or with our Apple Pencil we can go into settings and make sure that scribble is turned on. So we find Apple Pencil, okay, right there, and make sure scribble is turned on. Okay, go back to here. All right, and so I'm going to select the text tool, and I am going to start typing project. As long as I keep type writing, it will, there it is. And I want this, but if I if I stop writing and pause, then it will put a space there because it thinks I'm done. So I want to bold this word. Okay, I want to bold it. And then I want to increase the size to about 36. Okay, and then I'm going to move it over here using my lasso tool. Now I'm going to move this over here. Okay, there. I think I can bring it down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put the date. Same thing, I still got my, make sure my text tool is selected. And I'm going to put date, D-A-T-E, date. Okay, and it's using the same font and format that I used before. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And now, since I don't write legible, I am going to use my pencil and I'm going to draw a line, and as long as I keep it, it doesn't matter that it's not straight, but see, it's going to put that line straight there. And I'm going to do the same thing here for date. Didn't do it. So let's do undo. That was the undo button. And then I'm going to hold it down until it makes a straight line. And I'm going to go back here to the shapes tool, and I'm going to turn off fill color because I want to draw a little small rectangle here so that when it's done, I can check it off. Okay, so there it is. I created an element. Now if I want to save it or change the color, I can using the lasso tool. I am going to change the color. Let's make it, do it, not a fan of that green. Let's change it maybe blue. That looks a lot better. Okay, so I like that blue. And so now I have an element that I created. If I want to reuse it, I can save it as an element. And I created it in GoodNotes. And so I'm going to put it here in my creations. And now we're ready to use it again. I go up to elements. I click on elements. Here's one I did earlier, and there's the one I just did. Okay, so that's how you create your own element in GoodNotes and save it to reuse again and again and again. Okay, so I am going to change it back to that, to the orangey color. Go up here, change the color, change it to that nice orange that I like. And see, I'm just going to leave it here in the notes section, so I know it's something I have done that I need to do. So we have created our own element today. We have used the shapes tool, elements, and we have used the text tool to use our own handwriting, or using Scribble to use the text tool. So I think that's about all I want to do today. There's a couple other little tips and tricks that I'll show when I plan out my next session. So I hope you enjoyed that today, and leave me a thumbs up. If you have a comment, let me know, and happy Monday, and until next time, ciao for now. Bye bye.